Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24. Create a team career here on the PC with Cadillac. Tonight it is the penultimate round of Season 4. We are heading to Mexico for round 19. So Safety Clark is here. Where were you these last couple of nights? Our designated safety car driver. Do you know how many retirements we've had to go through in the last 2 races? Dereliction of duty. Might have to replace you. Right. Evening, Clark. Evening, R-Dub. Evening, Army. Evening, Adrian. Good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who's lurking in the chat. Here we are then on the penultimate round of the season. Just one more to go after this, and it's Brazil, and it's a sprint, and it's double points. So there's still a lot to play for. As you can see, we have a 75-point lead over Ferrari. It would have been substantially more had things not gone very, very badly last night. So yeah, it's not a safe margin. Not really. I mean, Ferrari could outperform us today. We generally don't tend to do that well here with Cadillac. So there's a chance that we're going to lose more ground to Ferrari. And with double points available in the last Grand Prix, which may or may not affect the sprint as well, I'm not 100% certain, then our nice, healthy 75-point lead could disappear instantly. So, yeah, I really hope we can get a good result tonight. I'd love to get a point, just a point, if worse comes to it, just so that we can knock out the long-term objective. We are on 11 of 12 complete. We should have completed it last night. Again, everything kind of went to shit. So here we are, trying again to get that 12th points finish. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Our cars are not in good shape. We are missing all sorts of car parts. I still don't have that new rear wing yet for Lewis. That will be ready just before we go to Mexico. We are really desperately low on all of these parts now. Max is running some very old spec in comparison. Let's advance time. My suspension project is done. I do not have any more money, so I can't do another project. Ooh, tell a lie. Maybe because we're going to have 6 engineers available, aren't we? Where are my engineers? I'm only using 3. I'm going to have a full round of 6 engineers available when we come back from Mexico. Maybe, just maybe, I can squeeze another underfloor in. Or even a suspension. A suspension would be good. So we'll see. We'll see if we're lucky enough in that respect. Suspension research is complete, so that adds a little bit more knowledge to counteract the losses we're going to suffer at the end of the season. There are my wings, front and back, so we can now fit that onto Hamilton's car and have a spare front wing as well. So let's take a look at the difference between the 2 cars then going into this Grand Prix, because there is definitely a difference now. There we go. So you can see Hamilton has a little bit more speed, tiny bit more acceleration, slightly better DRS, but more importantly has a little bit more downforce all the way through the car, has better tyre wear by about 2.5%, fractionally better engine cooling. This isn't massive differences, but you know, they all potentially add up. And Hamilton has the better engine out of the 2 as well, which is why we've put all the older parts on Max's car and not Hamilton. Despite Max being potentially the slightly quicker driver, Max does not have a new gearbox. Hamilton does. And well, their engines are about the same now, but the gearbox issue is going to be a big thing Once your gearbox starts to deteriorate below 40%, your pace drops off very quickly. So, yeah, that's why we put everything in the Hamilton basket for the last 2 rounds and hope that we can get that 1 extra point finish that we need. Evening, Cats. Is this the final Grand Prix? No, we've got 1 more to go. That's tomorrow. This is the penultimate round, round 19. There we go. Let's... what's missing? What have I not clicked up? Oh, the race preview. So this is the current situation in the standings. RedBull, not Constructors' Championship yet. Champions yet. They are very, very close. And a good result will certainly help them out tonight. But I think if the sprint is double points, I don't think they can mathematically win it tonight. Well, actually, no, they could. They could, but it would need Mercedes to have a bit of a shocker. Oscar is very close to winning the Drivers' Championship, but had an absolute nightmare in Vegas. And George managed to pick up some decent points. So that gap has come down to 51 points. A reminder, the final Grand Prix of the season is double points. For the Grand Prix itself, just Brazil, that's 50 points that's available. And that's not counting the points for tonight, which is another 25. And the sprint, which is either going to be 8 or 16, depending on whether the sprint is affected by double points at Brazil as well. So George still has a chance, but he needs Oscar's terrible run of form to continue. We are sitting in 8th and 10th in the Drivers' Championship. We would have been potentially 6th and 9th. Maybe even 6th and 8th. That's probably not going to be 6th and 8th, but we would have been higher than we are right now had things not gone wrong. So, let's double check our powertrains. This is our current situation. That gearbox is dead. So, we are going to run just this gearbox now. Actually, no, let's not take the risk. Let's use this for practice. Just in case we get shunted in practice. We only have the 1 ERS unit, I believe. Yes, we do. And engine-wise, that's our best engine. Lost some life from that shunt yesterday. We will run with a weaker one for practice. Let's sort out Max's powertrain. We will put that one in for practice. That way we've got this as an emergency backup if the worst happens tonight. ERS. Do I have a spare ERS? I do. It's got major damage. Might not make it through a full practice weekend, so we will stick with this one. Just hope we don't get rear-ended. And then this is the gearbox situation. So I've got 2 gearboxes at 35, 1 at 32, 1 at 18. We're going to be running the 18 in practice. That was almost a new gearbox last night. So, yeah. It's not great. It's really not great. But we will make do as best we can. Let's advance time one more day. There we go. The suspension sim refurb is done. Ready for next season. And the next season car, which will be built in about 3 weeks. Will Courtney is giving us the breakdown there. The weather forecast, we haven't actually looked at that yet. It will be dry. A little bit cooler on race day than it will be on Saturday for qualifying. What's the actual prediction? Is it going to be cool? Yeah, cool. So, might be an issue with tyres. We'll see. Might have to push them a little bit to keep the heat in them. And then, there we go. Big improvement in the gains that we can make with our suspension simulator now. Are there any mods that change Williams' logo to the new one? It's kind of not the new one, really. It's kind of a throwback to their old logo. It does come up if you apply the Rothman's livery pack, but there's nothing specifically that changes, just the logo. I'm sure when the new 26 DLC comes out at some point later this year, then that will have the updated logo. Right, targets for tonight. As always, 18th or higher. We've been able to easily beat those targets when we've been allowed to finish. Let's see if we can keep that going.
We return once more to the hustle and bustle of Mexico City. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez is F1's highest altitude track at more than 2,000 meters above sea level. Teams are faced with thinner air around the track here, which includes 2 straights in the first sector. The Tifosi were delighted to see their driver pick up the win in the last race. Do the Italian team, though, have what it takes to replicate their success here this weekend? Now let's get the weekend underway.
Ollie Bearman parking in Sainz's Bay there, clearly saying that, hey, I'm the #1 driver now. What if he's doing the finger pointing as well? Look at me. I'm the #1 driver now. Evening, Dino. Let's jump into practice then, shall we? For one last time, we'll give Ugo a run out, and we will give Daniel Ricciardo a goodbye run as well, because he will be leaving the team at the end of this season, and we will not be running rookies in Brazil because it's spring weekend. So, fuel for this circuit. Mexico is 19 laps to get 2 separate runs in. We're going to go with just 18 laps just to get the feedback. That'll be all we'll need. Then we'll call them in, make any necessary changes. We are going to limit our running as much as we possibly can this Grand Prix weekend to save what's left of our powertrains. Compounds. We are going to run softs in this compound. I haven't decided yet if I want to keep the extra set of hards or not. Still umming and ahhing on that one. Given that it's going to be cold, it might be better for us to have hard tyres and just push them rather than trying to stretch softs and mediums. So umming and ahhing. Not sure what I want to do there yet. Setups then. Let's do the setups for Mexico. So let's start with a 7 on the front, a 12.5 on the rear. We'll go with a 1.9, and then we're going to go with a 3.4, just a little under maximum there. And then I think I'm going to leave that slap bang in the middle, and we'll go with that. And then for Ricciardo, let's go very similar. We're going to go with a 7, a 12.5, a 1.9. We're going to push this up just a little bit less, and we're actually going to push that down just a little bit. And we'll give that a go. Do I still have the setup scrapbook? What, you mean my trusty notepad? I do, but I don't really use it anymore. I've run enough of these races now to get a good kind of memory of where I roughly need to start, and then we adjust and see what happens. Have I seen the new update on overtake? I haven't actually checked overtake today. I'll do that in a second.
2, 1, green light.
I know that Jody has done a 2026 Ferrari package. I think there's a Myteam package. I'm not sure. I know he's done an Audi package, which as for Myteam, which seems a bit weird.
Copy, loud and clear.
You know, as if, Audi are not going to be replacing Sauber.
Keep warming up the brakes.
Not quite sure why on that one, but Yeah, he's done that. And I saw he's done a Ferrari thing, and he's done a Ferrari light as well, which I assume is just the livery. And nothing
Reminder
else.
for brake temperature.
Which I have no doubt. Normally, anything he does a light version of is what he sticks up on Overtake for free, so I'm guessing I've already seen it. But through Patreon notifications rather than on Overtake. So let me open up Overtake and have a look. I'm just going to do this first.
Try to reduce the hit on the curb.
Okay, understood.
Oh, he's done the driver's suit as well. Yeah, but this is Jody. So that black and white and the yellow and red with the black engine box. Oh, actually, I do not like that black engine box with a blue HP logo. No, do not like that. Especially with then a yellow and blue on the rear wing. That looks a bit... those will be Patreon only. But the 2026 red and white livery with matching driver suits will be free on Overtake. When you put okay, yes, I saw this question in the comments. I replied, but I didn't. You never responded back, so I wasn't sure what you were needing. It didn't say Andretti Cadillac; it only said Alpine. Right. Okay. You would need the F1 Manager 24 editor that Mr. Only's done, which I think is actually available on Overtake. Let me check. Yes, it is. It is actually available on Overtake. I'll link it here now for you. It is actually in my video description as well as in the list of mods I use, but there you go. What you'll need is that, basically, and then you can go in and you can change. In fact, let me show you while these guys are just running. Please don't be one of my boys locking up there with that yellow flag. It's not. It's going to be Kamara. What's he done?
It's a big one.
He's broken the rear wing. He's got him arse first.
Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner. There's clear contact there, and all it can take is one mistake.
So let me switch to 4K display
concentration.
so you can see my TV, and then let me open up the editor. So here, basically, you can just rename the team. So if it's replacing Alpine, then you just click on Alpine like that. Rename it to Andretti Cadillac. You could also, if you wanted to, change the team colors as well. And then when you've settled on what you want, you then generate a mod file. I'm not going to do it now, but it'll generate a file. It'll ask you where you want to stick it. It'll also ask you whether you want to delete any other mods that are present in that. Always click no on that. And then if I go into my mods, I'm actually running that at the moment. So if I go into the mods we're running here, you can see this is the file I've got here. So this is the editor file for Cadillac 2029 season. And this is how I've been able to change the colours for Aston. I've changed it back to green. It was yellow for last season because I had that dew yellow. It's how I changed the colour for Nissan when I put Nissan in, and how I renamed them Nissan. It's also how I changed Toyota to that colour and Audi to that sort of grey colour, silvery grey colour instead of the green that they use. I don't know how to change the mini-map, unfortunately. So ours will change based on whatever our team color is, but everything else stays default. So that is not Audi. That's Haas. They're running black cars, but that's Haas's default color on the minimap. I don't know how to change that, so There's no easily, readily available mod tool for that, unfortunately. But that's what you'll need, basically, to rename Andretti Alpine to Andretti Cadillac. And then you can change their colours for leaderboards and stuff as well. You know, the colour that appears behind their logo. Not just there, but, you know, here as well. Alright, let's go back to full screen. There we go. Evening, Nigel. Dino, I think I said hello, but if I didn't, hello. And let's now speed up our boys while we wait for some feedback.
Update.
All right, only 76% for Ugo, which is not great.
Yeah, understood.
How does the car feel?
And 76 for Danny Rick as well. Okay, so
Copy that.
they're both quite a way off. So it looks like we're probably going to need to change the roll bar. We're almost certainly going to need to slap on a bit more rear wing as well. And then something else is almost certainly going to be wrong as well, quite badly.
Gotcha.
So maybe the toe. Toe generally on this circuit, I think, goes down to 0, up to about where we've set it, about halfway.
Speed limiter on.
So
And
we
stop
probably
on the
need to
marks.
readdress that a bit as well. Maybe the camber a little bit. Maybe need to push that up a little bit more. We shall find out in a second, as Ugo's already back in the garage. We'll see Daniel. There he is.
Limiter should be on now.
Let's have a look.
Stop on the marks.
So, oh yeah, everything's off, isn't it? So we're going to need a bit more on the rear. We're going to need to at least go to a 2.8. Probably might end up going to a 3.7. Let's take the front wing down a little bit. Let's try pushing that up a bit. Yeah, that's not enough there. All right, so let's take that down to a 6. Let's push that down a bit. And there we got sort of decent sized gaps all the way down. So we'll go with that. Is Andretti Cadillac blue or red? I would go white, because the livery is white. So I would go white and then have red and blue as their backup colours. You know, their secondary and tertiary colours. But it's up to you. I mean, it's whatever you want them to have as their background colour on leaderboards and stuff. Yeah, entirely up to you. It won't change the in-game colours. It's literally just for leaderboards. No, everything else is determined by the colours that are set in the team colours thing in Creator Team. Oh no, wait, hang on. This is Alpine, isn't it? It's an Alpine replacement, so yeah, it'll affect only leaderboards. It won't affect, as I say, the mini map. It won't affect that. So again, let's push this up a bit. Let's bring that down a bit more. Let's drop that down to a 6.5. That's a nice little gap. Good gap. Maybe bring that down a bit more. Take that down a touch more. Let's try that. Evening, Wayne. We have a
So
VSC.
watch out for the
Someone's
next
messed
car.
up. It's Albon. Albon is out.
Now this happened as they arrived at turn 12
What did he do?
and ends up in the wall. And that won't do
Yeah.
their confidence any
Nothing
good.
clever is the answer. Oh, actually, no. The Andretti Cadillac Alpine replacement. It's black with yellow and white. So I would go maybe black as their primary colour, and then white and yellow as their secondary and
And
third
try to
colour.
work on your front tires.
There, that's the livery. So you can see it's mainly black. It's got a yellow trim there, and then a white panel on the nose. So yeah, that would be my suggestion. Would be go black with white and yellow as trim. All right, where are we? Let's have a look. No feedback yet. Speed him up. VSC is ending.
VSC ending.
Okay.
You've got the option of putting 3 colours in. So make the primary colour black, secondary colour either yellow and the third white, or second white and third yellow. Just so that it ties in with your livery. All right, we are done with the development runs, I think. Yes, there we go. Development run is 100% complete for Ugo. And so's the car. Fantastic. We have nailed the car.
And copy, understood.
Before we've even finished practice 1. And 97 for Ricardo.
Anything we can help you with?
Excellent
Copy that.
stuff. So Hamilton's car is already perfect. And Ricardo, well, Max's car, not far off. Let's see. Let's try just moving that a couple of clicks like that. Let's see if that fixes it. Evening, Johnny. Another season drawing to a close and on target. Yes, we are. And if we can get that points finish we were robbed of last night, we'll complete both. Well, we'll be in good stead for the main objective, and we'll complete the long-term objective, which is 12 points finishes in a season. Not many rookies getting a final run out. Sanhueza at Ferrari. Lindsley at Nissan. Luigi Dalla at Aston. Elizabeth Krauss at Mercedes. And Rafa Kamara at Toyota alongside Ugo. And a farewell run there for Ricardo. Last chance for him to get into a car this year. And that is the end of practice. We do have penalties. Still got a few penalties that need to be applied after last night's carnage. So our rookies hand the cars over to our main drivers. I think I'm just going to keep one set of hard tyres, and we'll go in with 2 sets of mediums. And with mediums and a set of hards, you know, that's probably going to be a better balance. So we just need to put a few laps on the board. We're just going to leave it at 15 laps. Hamilton's fully prepped. He only needs to do 1 lap. Look at that, look. He doesn't even need to hit the track at all. He is already fully prepared, which is amazing. So, yeah, Hamilton's going to be in and out. Or out and in. Max needs just to confirm his setup, so hopefully we'll get that in these 15 laps.
Green light.
And if possible, some full throttle will help for tire temps.
Yep.
There we go. That's it for Hamilton in this session.
Understood.
I am running another custom number font again. This is a font we've seen before, but we ran it white with a black outline. Now we're running it black with a white outline, and that's not a good enough shot. So there we go. Yeah, pretty hard to see black on black at the end of the car there, but much, you know, nice and easy to see at the front. We do have one more sort of option to play with, and I can do that in various different colours. So we'll have a look at that. There we go, Hamilton's done for this practice session. And let's speed Max up and see how he likes the change that we made.
And stop on the marks.
If he likes the change that we made, he might not. Oh, wait, hang on. He's at 95%. It lied to me. It told me he was fully prepped. I'll send him out for a few laps then. .97 still. Oh, we got a fault for Hamilton.
I got no power.
Well, yeah, you've got hardly any engine in the car, so that's not that surprising. Alright, so we fixed that, but we still need to move this. I'm going to move it down. And then move that back to correct it. Like that. Hope that we don't break anything else. I think we're going to need to extend Hamilton slightly. Oh, it's getting worse again.
Power's dropping out. start down the straights.
That's not good. That engine is... And now an impending failure. So we'll get him in. We're at 98%. We'll get the last little bit done in the next session with a different engine. Or maybe that one again. We'll see. We'll see what happens to it once it's been examined after the session. Right, feedback for Max. Have we got his car up to 100%? Ah, we went the wrong way. Alright, well, we can fix that. Yes. Yeah, let's see if we have another edition of the Formula One trolley problem. On one branch of the track, you have a winner's trophy, and on the other, you have a fridge full of choc ices. Which way will you go? That's it for practice 2. Do I think Ferrari will win the championship this season? It's way too early to say. We haven't even seen a single proper lap from anyone yet. We're just seeing testing, and testing hasn't even finished yet. Let's at least wait until, at the very earliest, a couple of Grand Prix in to get an idea of who's going to do it. Someone is pretending to work so that he doesn't get fired, but really doesn't want to do anything. I love the fact that he is making adjustments to the car with absolutely no tools whatsoever. You watched Hamilton? Yeah, I saw that as well. I am really impressed with that ingenious rear wing trick that they've got as well. And it'll be very interesting to see how the little plate they've got in front of the exhaust works for them, because that's not something that other teams can easily replicate at all, because of the way that Ferrari has sculpted the rear of their car and their suspension geometry. So that's something that's going to be pretty much unique just to Ferrari. Do I want to risk this engine for just a few laps? Yeah, why not? All right, 15 laps. Look after the car as best you can. Hope that it can do a run. You only need to get 2%, so as soon as we get it, we'll call them in. And Max just needs a little bit of feedback. We're going to give him one extra lap just to make sure, because we were pushing it right to the very edge of the 15-lap run last time.
Green light. right. Brake warming reminder.
Yeah.
Try to reduce the hit on the curb.
Okay.
And if you want, you can go to mode warm up.
Understood.
Now, Max's engine's threatening to implode. Just need to get through practice, lads. There we go. That's it for Hamilton this weekend. He's done. Just need a little bit more feedback from Max. Another half a dozen laps.
Let's take a closer look.
Big spin for Pato.
Now this was at turn 1. And round they go. And there's not much they can
Nice
do
little
about
360,
that now.
almost, and then straight back off again. And there we go. We have nailed it with Max. We can now call him in.
Copy that.
And that is practice done. So, now we're ready to qualify. I wonder if we'll see anyone else try that upside down DRS wing when we get to Australia. There won't be time for them to do it tomorrow because, yeah, that's it. And that's the end of testing completely. But they might just have time to bring it to Australia. Hamilton only 10% track acclimatization, 18%. But yeah, I mean his. We have 3 of our affiliate pool all working on car development, and that all contributes to getting the car prepped properly for a race weekend as well. So it reduces the amount of laps you need to do in practice. When you got all 3 of them doing it, you know, and they're getting the full boost each, yeah, it's quite a significant, as you can see. We maxed out on car parts, maxed out on the setup, so we only needed to do 18% on track. This is what I love about a new regulation period. I mean, I hate the fact that generally when we get these new regs, it's usually, you know, the field has been really spread out. They've started coming back together. The races start getting closer. The field starts coming back together again. And then it's like, okay, now we're going to change the regs. And then the whole field just goes boom again and spreads out like crazy again. That is frustrating. But I love the arms race that begins at the start of a new development cycle. With everyone trying to outdo each other with clever designs that don't always work, but it's when you see the cars at their most diverse, because inevitably a year or two into the new regs, cars will start to look more and more like each other as someone has the meta concept that everyone else tries to work towards themselves, and then somebody else might develop a class leading concept that then everyone else moves towards. But this first season we're going to see some really, really divergent car designs, and then that will change as the season starts to progress, and as the rules period progresses, we'll see some changes as well. So there we go then. Practice is done. People that we know have got penalties: Arvid Lindblad, Kimi Antonelli, Pato O'Ward, Ocon, Albon, Colapinto. All 5 of them, or 6 of them rather, will have penalties to be applied after qualifying. And if anyone's engine breaks, there may yet be further penalties. So let's get ready for qualifying.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Mexico City's thin air presents a real test to teams during qualifying laps. Reduced downforce can mean tricky cornering and a test for keeping the power units cool around this track.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
Well, their teammate is outperforming them a little right now, so they'll be looking to close that gap. They must be feeling the pressure, but they can't let it get to them.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Nigel says they should have a major reg change every other year to shake things up. No, that would be an absolutely awful thing to do, because inevitably you would have cars going absolutely crazy in the first year with different developments. One team would probably end up dominating, and then nobody would develop much in the next season because they all want to get a head start on the next regulation changes. And the smaller teams would never ever have a chance to actually progress and improve because they just wouldn't have the resources of the bigger teams. So you would end up creating an even more split structure of top and bottom teams than you have right now. Because with the cost cap rules in place, no one can spend enough to bring themselves up to parity with the top teams. So yeah, that would be a disaster doing it like that. Right, that's Hamilton set. And that is Max set. Yeah, I mean, the reason we get the rule changes so often is because, one of the key arguments for Formula One is that it's the bleeding edge of technology and that it trickles down into the automotive world for production cars, which is why, they set the rules up the way they do to make sure that the big manufacturers actually come and go racing, rather than just being just privateer teams with customer engines. But I would say ideally you want to go between 6 and 8 years. For me personally, I think 6 to 8 years before you have a big rules change, so that you have that period where teams come together. Do you think that McLaren would have won the last 2 Constructors' Championships from Red Bull had we had reg changes every 2 or 3 seasons? Not a chance. But it's because they had that time to think and plan and develop that they were able to catch up and then surpass. And we saw Mercedes come back relatively strong in the final year of those previous regs, to a point where they were a real threat, more than once a season. So you have 6 to 8 years. It gives it gives someone a chance to be that really clever team that steals an early march in everyone. Everyone then gets a chance to try and develop their own ideas, or more likely copy bits from other cars that are doing well, to try and close that gap back up again. And then you get 3 or 4 seasons of really close racing, and then you have a rules reset. That would be the way I would do it. 6 to 8 years before you have a rule change, but it's every 4 or 5 years.
Green light. Let's get plenty of brake temperature, if you can, please.
Yep.
I'd love it if, just for a laugh, he would complain at the end of the season if he does win the title. The championship trophy just turned in on me. There was nothing I could do to avoid that. Yeah, I quite liked young George. Not been a big fan of the last couple of seasons of George.
You should have no traffic issues.
I've been,
Okay, good to go.
taking the piss out of Kimi in game because he keeps hitting us and then saying I got hit quite badly.
Mode push.
That's
for
George in a
Aston,
nutshell.
mode push.
George will just turn in on someone and then say he just turned in on me. He has to give that place back right now. Crikey. Blimey. And it rains inside his helmet. It's just too easy to make fun of George. He gives us so many easy opportunities. Low-hanging fruit. Nigel's a big fan of Lando.
I got traffic, man.
We've seen it.
I don't know. I got very, very strong sulky teenager vibes from Lando Norris last year.
Stay negative on your delta.
And he had a little off spell of form. And he just turned into Kevin from Harry Enfield. Oh, you. It's not fair. So Max is top. Hamilton was a second slower. I wonder if that's the dirty air. Again, we know that Hamilton just does not qualify well this year. Lando's an adult in a child's body. No, he's a child in a semi-adult body.
I'm in. And limiter on, please. Stop on the marks. In.
Speed limiter on, and speed limiter on. And stop in front of the garage.
You want to be careful with comments like that, Nigel. Andrew got arrested for things like that. Okay. Moving on. Shocking news. Prince, the royal formerly known as Prince Andrew, was arrested.
Watch for traffic.
And the king has basically come out and said, yep, well, we're not getting involved. He's on his own. He has been completely disowned. As he damn well should be. Oh, they were never going to keep him locked up. He was always going to get bailed out. I hope he gets what he deserves. Yeah, I'd like to hope he does as well, but unfortunately,
And charge button off for last
Just don't
corner.
see it
Charge
happening.
button off.
You've got mode push, and you're good to go.
all right, Lewis is in clean air this time. Let's see what he can do on his second run. Verstappen is just a little bit behind Sainz. Russell's having a good lap. Purple, purple. All right, Max
moment,
is
11.
about 4 tenths-ish away from
Yep.
Russell at the moment. Hamilton's improved, but he's still way off. I don't understand why Hamilton's qualifying is so bad this season. It started out pretty close to Max, and he's just got further and further away as the season's progressed, and yet there's been no change in their stats.
Okay, mode in, please. Mode in.
Okay.
It's a bit of a head scratcher. Sainz has gone top. Max didn't improve on his run. Could it be his low development? No, because his stats haven't degraded. But he just doesn't seem to have pace in qualifying anymore. I mean, it's been getting worse steadily throughout the season. This is why he's been eliminated in Q1 so many times this year. And yet then we get to the race and he just carves his way back through the field. I mean, you saw how quickly he cut his way through the field yesterday
Speed limiter
and
on.
the day before.
Stop.
And look at Silverstone. He qualified really badly, was at the back of the grid. Max got taken out and Hamilton cut through the field and got on the podium. It's bizarre. You know, the race
Sure,
pace
your
is
limiter
really
is on.
strong. The qualifying pace
Okay,
is just
so stopping on
gone.
the marks.
It just doesn't exist anymore. And I don't know why. There's no clear indicator as to what's caused it. A little moment for Charles Leclerc. Is that through the S's?
And it was involving Leclerc this time.
It is.
Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits. Really,
It's
they
clattering
must
the curb.
be careful.
Antonelli's looking a little bit quick here. Bearman's not done well, but Sainz went quickest, so we might have a Sainz problem today. Antonelli goes top now. We need to minimise Ferrari's point score as much as we can tonight to give us as big a safety cushion as possible
So this is what happened.
for tomorrow,
Right,
for the
let's
season
have a
finale.
look as we go into turn 4.
So this is a warm-up lap for Lawson,
the
I
car
think. Well,
locks
warm-up
up.
or in-lap.
It took a
Might be an
gamble,
in-lap.
and it was
But
just too late.
made a mistake. Scuffed it. Cut the corner. Yeah, it's an in-lap. That's 6.5 minutes to go. I'm going to go early. I didn't actually mean to send them out together. Never mind. Let's see if we can get
And
Lewis
we need to try
a
and
slipstream.
sync all the gears.
Understood.
Give him a little helping hand. come on. There goes the
Good to go.
slipstream.
Good to go. Coming past you now.
And this might screw up Max's lap as well.
Track is clear. There will be charge button off for last corner.
Alright, luckily Max wasn't pulled over. I was worried he might be, but he wasn't. That's good. Russell's gone purple again in the first sector. As a Ferrari gets out of the way, that's our lead. Is that Bearman? Yes, it was Bearman. Alright, 27.5 for both drivers in the first sector. A little bit of time in the middle. Need a good final sector here. Hamilton is now in the drop zone.
Currently P11.
And doesn't improve enough.
Mode
He's out
and cool
again in Q1.
Okay.
I don't get it. If I had the same time, would I be P1 or not in F1 Manager 24? Same time as what? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. Let's hope that Bearman at least has an early exit as well. No, he's going to get through. He's just gone purple in the middle sector. So both Ferraris are going to go through to the next round.
Watch your speed in the pit lane. Stopping on the marks and going to P1, please.
And we need speed limiter on. Speed limiter on.
Bearman goes top.
Of the garage.
Hamilton's going to end bottom, isn't he? I'm sure Gasly's going to pip him. And Lawson is definitely quicker at the moment. He's up 4/10 on Hamilton's time at the moment. So, yeah, this is not going to be good. Oh, I see when two drivers have the same lap time. Yeah, whoever sets the time first is the one that has priority in the positions. So we had three drivers at Jerez, I think, in '99. Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Michael Schumacher and Jacques Villeneuve. Maybe it wasn't 99. Maybe it was 97. But they all set identical lap times. All three of them set the exact same pole position time. But it was Villeneuve who set it first, then Schumacher, and then Frentzen in that order. So that's the order that they started. So we're out of qualifying. Oh, Max is out as well. Woo! Damn. There we go. So we've got 6 drivers ahead of us with penalties. That might help us a little bit, but let's see who sticks it on pole. No, it's Bearman again. God, he's looking quick again. Sainz is going to start P5 because of Antonelli's penalty. So 2 Ferraris in the top 5. I'm not sure where we're going to end up. Let's take a look at that amended grid, shall we?
It's almost time to get things going here in Mexico City as we settle down for 71 laps of breathtaking action.
We've seen some unbelievable action around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in the past. Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel had to fight off both Red Bull drivers only to be demoted off the podium in 2016 in what was a highly controversial moment.
Thin air at this elevation means less airflow around the car. Drivers could struggle with cooling their cars and themselves around Mexico City's track. It's a physical test of technology and human endurance alike. Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Okay, let's see that amended grid, shall we? Lots of penalties to be applied. Bearman will start on pole with Sainz in 5th. Norris, Piastri and Russell 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Then it's Bortoletto ahead of Leclerc, Perez, Tsunoda and Schumacher gets into the top 10. 11th place for Lindblad. He had a 3-place penalty. Max up to 12th. 13th for Gasly, 14th for Valtteri, 15th and a 5-place penalty. Should have been 6, but it's only 5 for Colapinto there. Hamilton 16th. Stroll with a 10-place penalty in 17th. 18th for Lawson. And then 10-place penalty for Ocon in 19th. And then back of the grid penalties for Antonelli, O'Ward and Albon in that order. So there's definitely some new powertrains going to be unleashed tonight. We might get overtaken very quickly. Let's take a look at strategies. This is where things get a little interesting. We could try the one-stop, mediums to hards. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the best option. But it is an option. What we could also do is go medium, hard, medium. Something like that. That is the quickest option so far. What we could also have a look at doing is maybe going soft, soft, medium. But I don't know if the tyres will keep the heat. Let's see. So that's a 131.39. So is that actually? Ooh, okay. Interesting. I don't know whether I'm going to need to put the heat in the tyres. That's the thing. We've got clear skies, so that will help to keep the track a bit warmer. Ambient temperature is 21 degrees. I don't know if the tyres... will, if we don't push them, at least with the mediums and almost certainly with the hards, if they'll keep the temperature enough to be competitive. And a one stop around here, unless you've got a lot of tyre to play with, and we don't on a one stop, it's not really worth trying. I think soft medium is probably going to be the way to go. And if it looks like the tyres are going to either fall apart too quickly, or we're going to have to push them because they're not keeping the heat in and they're going to wear out quicker because of that, we can then convert to a hard medium after the first set of softs. So let's do that then. We are going to put 2 extra laps of fuel in. We're going to go very hard off the line, as we always do. See if we can make up some places. There we go. And we are set and prepped. The start of the Mexican Grand Prix is next.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. There's a chance for Esteban Ocon to show what he can do here.
At the back of the pack with a disappointing P19 grid position, surely the only way is up from here.
This should certainly be a good one, folks. What will happen next? We're about to find out at the Mexico City Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, we are tucked up behind Bottas and losing ground as a result. There goes Stroll, absolutely flying past us. And here comes Ocon as well. Max losing a couple of places as well. Not the best start for either driver. Max gains a place back. Hamilton is still down a place as well. And that might be 2. No, we're still looking at Max now, aren't we? So, yeah, there's Hamilton. He's down a place. Max is down a place. Things should settle down now.
No management required.
Yeah. Just take care of the tires for the moment.
So, track temperature 36.8 degrees. Not that warm for this circuit.
Reminder for DRS. You are running P12. Car behind you at the moment is Gasly. Gasly 0.5 behind.
Ocon having another look at Lewis. Has to back out a bit through the chicane approach. We've got Norris starting on hards. That's an interesting choice. And then a pretty even mix of mediums and softs. Piastri is ahead of the 2 Ferraris. That's good for Oscar, good for us, not so good for George, who's down in 7th place behind his teammate right now. But yeah, we have a real Ferrari problem today because they are looking very quick. So it looks like they will score big points today. Very big points. And we might score a couple. So they're definitely going to shrink that gap again. It wouldn't be at all surprised if it comes down to 50 points or less. It's really not what we will want going into a double points race finale with a sprint weekend as well. Especially with the state of our cars compared to the fact that Ferraris have got probably pretty new engines. All right, Max gets through briefly. He's up the inside of Schumacher. Can he convert that position? Let's give him a little bit of help. No, he can't.
Yeah.
But we'll keep the pressure on.
Yeah, there's not much we can do.
Just do your best.
And he's got to run now. Lovely positional move, but can we get the DRS off of Lindblad? Detection point is about here.
Excellent. P11.
We might have just missed it. So Mick might just come steaming back up the inside of us here. Rear wing is not open. We did not get the DRS. And there is Mick creeping up behind us. It's hidden by Hamilton's box at the moment. There he is. We are in slipstream range of Lindblad, so that will help. Combined with the battery. There we go. We're definitely in range now. Oh, Lindblad making a move on Perez. Where's my mouse? There it is. I've been losing my mouse cursor a lot today. Tried playing a bit of Dawn of War earlier, and I could never find my cursor. I think I might have to go into the settings and change it a little bit, make it a little easier to see. Right, let's see if we can push Hamilton forward now.
So deployed.
Understood.
Valtteri's trying to find a way past Stroll. We've got a really bad exit, and we've got an opportunity here to get him into turn 4. And we do. Can we shut the door? Yes, we can. Very nice. Lovely move.
You're doing a good job. Next guy in front is a Stroll. 1.0 now.
And I'm hoping that Stroll on mediums will be easy to pick off. Perez is about to lose that DRS to Lindblad, so let's see if we can put the pressure on him and make him lose it. In fact, we actually barely kept it. Never mind.
Well, that's DRS.
this. Shut the door on Stroll. Back up the inside. Come on. There you go.
Yes, you are doing a good job. Keep doing the same procedure.
So at the moment you are B15. Okay, next guy in front is Gasly.
Gasly might have just lost the DRS. We're barely hanging on to it ourselves.
Then you'll just be taken by everybody.
Yeah.
I think we got it. Please tell me we got it. Yes, we did. Stroll's got a run on us though. And Mick's having a look at Max. Maybe put some manners on Lance there. Hold the position. So 15th place. Hamilton's now up 1 place from where he started. Max back to where he started in 11th. Tyre temps are holding up nicely. Let's turn our focus back to Verstappen.
Very happy with your tyre use.
Yeah.
I want to try and get some battery into Max, but Perez is so close to Lindblad that if we do go into harvest, even for a second, we're going to lose that DRS. So I'm going to wait until we've definitely got it.
Charge on.
Okay.
Oh, and Perez has pulled out of the slipstream. That might give us a run on him. No. And we're going to lose the place to Schumacher. And Stroll's got past Hamilton, or has he?
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Hamilton's held him off for now. Tyre temps, they're dropping slightly now that we're in clear air with Hamilton. Keep an eye on that. So back to P12 again for Max, with Perez is alongside us and moving on through, but we need the battery, so we'll let that go for now.
Remember, a long way to go in this race. He does have DRS on you.
I think we've lost it now, though.
Charge on.
Okay.
Let's see a very easy visual representation there of just how much time you lose when you have to take a defensive line into a corner. So Max down to 13th now. Hamilton's still hanging on in 15th and is now back in the train again.
Car behind is Gasly.
He's actually starting to put some pressure on Gasly. Max is struggling.
Phase update when you can.
Colapinto's left him.
The tyres are turning good.
Okay,
Tyre temps
good
are
push.
coming down, look, to 94 degrees now for Hamilton. So that's something we'll need to factor in the next set. And now we pushed too hard and we dropped Hamilton. God damn, it's so hard to balance.
Charge on.
Okay.
And more energy available.
Piastri's past Sainz. Bearman's developed a fault. I completely missed that. And Leclerc has got ahead of him as well.
charge button on.
Can't harvest anymore with Max, or else we're going to get dropped by Colapinto.
Charge on.
Oh, yellow flag. That's behind us. Ocon makes a mistake, rejoins and cuts up Antonelli as he rejoins the track.
Now this was at turn 3. And there's the lockup. Just unable to
So
control the
close
car
to hitting
by
the
that
back of that TGR of Valtteri there. So once again, we did not get the DRS with Max.
What about tyres?
I'm good.
Hamilton looking to cover off Stroll.
Okay.
Did he make that stick? Yes. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, Stroll's going around the outside. Stroll is through and has the position. So Mexico is treating us much like it did last year, although
Keep going.
we are coming in underprepared
Behind we
again,
have Bottas.
like last year, with compromised engines and a lack of aero parts. Because just like last year, we're out of money again. So pace is going to be a problem for a while. Hopefully things will improve later on. But for now, not looking so good.
Bottas behind with DRS.
Oh no, don't lose the place to Valtteri as well. Right, we squeeze Valtteri. Max is now almost fully charged, so we can try and start moving him back up the order again. Big gap now back to Stroll, 4 seconds.
Charge off.
I don't want to risk him pushing away from us, so we'll have to stop harvesting. For a moment at least.
Charge on.
Yeah.
And charge button on.
Right, can Max make a move on Gasly? I think Gasly has the DRS as well, so probably not this lap. Hamilton gets back past Stroll again. Don't forget I've got next year's factory fire to deal with. Yeah, thanks for that, Nigel. Yeah, we get that every season.
In front we have
Either the design
Verstappen.
centre or the factory burns to the ground every year.
charge button on. Charge button on.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you pulled back in front of us again.
Cool the car.
He just opened up a window for us to start moving past him, and then he slammed it shut again.
Cool the car as much as you can. Charge on.
Sainz leads from Piastri by nearly 2 seconds. Leclerc in third, just outside of DRS behind him. Bearman in fourth, with Norris about 3.5 seconds further back on hard tyres. The only driver on the hards could be going for a one-stop. Could be pushing the tyres hard and going for a two-stop. Too early to tell. And we do not have tyre data, and I don't want to go stealing a look at everyone's steering wheel just to find out. I only did that last night because both of our cars were out with about half the race to go and I got bored.
You are good to go. Mode push. Charge on.
So Hamilton seems to be keeping Stroll at bay as Leclerc gets ahead of Bearman. Gasly and Perez, their fighting has dropped them nearly 3 seconds behind Colapinto now, so we need to clear them quickly if we want to try and push past. We have used up some battery, unfortunately, so we'll harvest for another lap and hope that they sort themselves out.
What about tyres?
Oh, wow. Ocon's in the pits already, but then he did have that big lockup. But that's mediums. He's getting off mediums after just 15 laps. Going softs. I would not be at all surprised to see him put on a set of hards next, because otherwise, that's 3-stop territory. Stroll gets on through.
Continue like this.
Perez and Gasly are really falling further and further behind. 4.5 seconds the gap now.
Can you go mode push now? No management on the tyres required.
And try to increase pushing status.
We can start to push, ready for our
On.
pit stops. Alright, we get Max through on Perez. I don't know if we can get Gasly here as well. We're going to try.
Okay.
Nope. Somebody hit the pits. Who was it? Valtteri. Valtteri's boxed for a set of hard tyres.
Start button on.
Yep.
looking at Hamilton. Looking at Hamilton trying to get past Stroll. I was like, why am I seeing medium tyres? And Gasly says he's on hards.
Use the energy.
Didn't understand what was going on.
Charge on.
Oh man, we lost a lot of ground trying to get past Stroll there. And failing.
Charge on.
But look how close that gap's come back down again. Because of the pace difference. We've been so slow, stuck behind those two. Now we've got a bit of clean air. Hopefully the pace will pick up a bit. I don't really want to use the battery if I can help it. Because I want to try and have something for when we come out of the pits.
And charge button
Sainz in from the lead. Let's have a bad stop, please, Ferrari. Hard tyres. And an excellent stop. God damn it. We just can't have nice things, can we? We dropped Gasly, though, look. 119.9 for Max last time round.
And you can use all the boost bar.
It's a very good stop there for Perez. Very good indeed. All right, come on, Lewis, get past Stroll, please. We're a lap. We wouldn't say a lap. We're a pit stop behind Sainz. There he is. That's embarrassing.
Charge button on.
You can push from now.
Charge button on. Charge button on.
So we've got the gap to Gasly up to 2 seconds. New fastest lap for George Russell, a 1:17.779. Just the 2 seconds quicker than Max. Here comes Alex Albon. New fastest lap for Ocon, a 1:17.6. And there goes Perez. And Valtteri. Lawson closing in as well. There's Lawson. Sainz now through past Gasly. I'm going to change the strategy.
Boxing now.
Box.
Yeah, if we go another lap, Max is just going to get caught and passed by Sainz, and I'd rather not have that little loss of confidence there. Yeah, it was very impressive. That practice start. It's a decent start, 1.925. Gasly came in as well, and we've stayed ahead of him. Perez sets new fastest lap. He's going to be steaming up with Ocon any second. There they are. This is going to be tight into turn one.
You are P16.
Ah, damn it. He swooped around us. But we held him off.
Perez behind.
We do not have the DRS though, so we're probably going to lose the place. Yeah, we lost the place. All right, let's do that then.
I can't go close, mate.
A long way to go. Charge on.
Okay.
I'm going to stick to this strategy for Hamilton.
Box this lap, box.
And if worse comes to worse, we'll have to put on a set of hard tyres for Hamilton's final stop. Sonoda and Colapinto both in. Stroll goes around again, as expected, given he's on mediums. So we've got a chance to undercut a couple of cars now.
Mode push.
Okay.
2.1 second stop. That's not quick enough. That's not quick enough at all.
And watch a wide line on exit.
We're going to come out just in front of Williams.
Next guy in front, Bottas. Behind we have Albon. 5.5 seconds gap.
Charge on.
Let's get these tyres fired up.
He has DRS.
Yeah.
Hasn't been anything inherently bad in Hamilton's race pace. It's just because he's been stuck at the back of the grid. It's made it so hard to move forward because some of those cars that were behind us and around us at the back of the grid had brand new engines. And so we're going to be more powerful than us. They were way out of their normal position. It's made pushing forward very difficult, but I'm hopeful.
Just do your best.
Use DRS.
Understood.
That this next stint will go a little bit better. And again, potential to undercut some of these guys in front of us.
Mode push at the moment.
All right, George is in from P4.
Stand by.
Oh no! What's the issue?
Let me know what I have to do.
It's the gearbox. There's nothing we can do about that. That's going to get worse as the race goes on. It's not even a temporary fault. That's just going to get worse as this race progresses. I was worried that was going to happen. It's not as if the powertrain's too hot because it's nowhere near too hot. Temperatures have been fine. Hamilton sets a new fastest lap.
And charge button on. Charge button on. Increase lift and coast.
Charge on.
Evening, Gina. Leclerc boxes from third. Goes for a set of soft tyres. Very nice smooth stop there. But a definite two-stop for Leclerc.
So deployed. Yep.
This is going to make overtaking very hard for Max as well.
Car behind does not have DRS.
Bad gearbox means bad acceleration out of the corners. Right, Hamilton gets past Valtteri. Just about.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Yellow flag somewhere. Just a brief one. Just Mick
Right then,
running a little
take
wide.
look now.
That's the entrance to the baseball stadium.
And they
Oop,
just can't keep on the
clatters
track.
over the curve.
They might want to take a look at the floor of the car there, because that won't do it any good.
Sainz trying to find his way through, but can't. That's good.
Bottas DRS behind.
Do you need to be mode push?
Charge on.
Yep.
And just a
Ooh,
reminder
that's a
on
yellow
guards.
flag. That's a lockup or crash. Possibly a crash. It's a crash. Who did he hit? Did he hit O'Ward? Yeah, I think he hit O'Ward. Looks like there's some wing damage on that Maserati on the front right.
Charge on.
They both had damage. So yeah, you can see there's a big chunk of end plate missing there. And there's some end plate missing there as well. So they both have wing damage. And that's not good, because they were cars that were capable of taking... Leclerc especially was someone who was capable of taking points away from Ferrari. Might not be able to now. Depends how severe that damage actually is in terms of how much it affects his pace. Hopefully not too bad. Pato's going to be suffering more, because pretty much that entire end plate's gone. Pato's already short for grip as well, because it looks like he's going for a one-stop here. He, Antonelli, Stroll, Schumacher, Bortoletto, Lindblad, Norris, Bearman and Piastri all look like there might be one-stopping here. Tsunoda gets alongside Verstappen, and yeah, well, with a bad gearbox and Yuki having DRS, we're not going to hold that position,
enabled.
I don't think.
Ocon has it.
And so it came to pass. Hamilton's not closing in on the cars behind, or cars in front. Tyre temps are a little low again.
Bottas behind with DRS.
Charge on.
Okay.
I think I'm going to need to go hard tyres and push them. Let's look at converting Lewis here. Might need to do the same for Max as well. I think he might be all right.
So increase pushing status.
See, Williams drivers not having a good weekend. They are fighting amongst each other at the very back of the grid. They are very adrift. There they are. They're not much better at the moment. Farah.
Lock on 0.5 with DRS.
You are doing a good job. And Bottas behind with DRS.
And Valtteri's got through.
Continue, keep going.
Yeah, Mexico is just, again, not being kind to us. I think we might potentially remove this from the calendar for next season. This has been a constant. This isn't one that we've taken out before.
He does have DRS on you.
Yes, tomorrow is the last round of the championship. And it's double points and a sprint weekend. So potentially a huge amount to play for. Up and down the grid.
Okay.
Everyone's being held up at the moment behind Antonelli. And Stroll.
He has DRS. Mode push.
Yeah, okay.
Mode push now.
Yeah.
And charge button on.
Snowder goes out of the DRS zone, or the slipstream. Look at this. People who pulled out the slipstream have just let us go rocketing through.
You're doing a really good job.
That was amazing. We just took 3 places there.
Let's see what happened there. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here.
So we've already gone past Ocon.
And
That's
up the
Russell.
order they move.
We've got Snowder as well. And then we got Colapinto as well. And now we might have a move on O'Ward. Ah, not quite.
You should be.
That was fantastic,
charge.
though. Rocket ship there. I didn't even have to give Max any instruction. I just left him to it. They all pulled out of the slipstream and we didn't.
Yeah, tyres are looking for now.
Bortoletto's not got the DRS. Bortoletto's into the pits. Releases Charles Leclerc. Bottas with an issue. Antonelli's into the pits as well.
Cool the car as much as you can.
Through we go, and all of a sudden, Max's race is looking so much better. I mean, it was helped by the fact we just
That's
went
all good.
sauntering past 4
Stroll
cars,
is the next car.
effectively, down the main straight. As we got one of them into the chicane. Let's see if we can do something similar with Hamilton. Oh, yellow flag. Don't be Max, 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 don't be Max.
Yellow flag.
Spin for Kimi, just out of the pits and immediately
Here we go,
into the
heading
grass.
turn 1. Oh no, that's not how to do it. Not a mistake
no, he
they'll
kept
want
it out
to
of the
make
grass.
again.
Little pirouette. He did a blue steel. He couldn't turn left, so he did a blue steel to just do a right to get around a left-hander.
And more energy available.
Well, we got one.
And you are doing a really
Stappen
good
gets
job.
past Stroll now.
Car in front is Perez.
Has to Colapinto.
Bottas DRS.
I went for the inside line, but someone else in front had the same idea. Yeah, get a nice little bite of slipstream with the DRS and the battery there, and that's what yanked us through so quickly. Max is almost out of battery now.
Charge on.
Hamilton is out of battery now,
Charge
but it's
button
through
on,
and ahead. Bearman into the pits. Let's have a really bad stop now, please. Like a 20-second stop. This is his one and only stop. No, it's a great stop. God damn it. Why can't we have nice things?
You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery.
Oh, hello,
and then
that's
you'll just be
Max.
taken by everybody.
Max is going to get ahead of him. Briefly. Or is he? No, he's not. Oh, come on. Ah. That sucks. All right, Hamilton's cooking those tyres, but that's fine.
Perez behind with DRS.
I'm going to start cooking Max's tyres as well now.
Let's get after these cars in front.
Tyre phase update when you can.
Tyres feel okay, I just got a rear end.
Maybe that's why he's dating Kim Kardashian. Bottom.
Perez behind with DRS.
Oh, I can do the funny every now and again.
Continue like this. Car behind is Ocon. Gap to him 1.4. And charge button on.
Norris still hasn't stopped. He started on those hard tyres. We are just past halfway distance now. So he'll probably go to around lap 40-ish. Maybe give or take a couple of laps. There's the two Red Bulls in the background, Leclerc and Piastri. Sainz is through into the lead, but Sainz might well need to stop again. And at least the Red Bulls are ahead of Bearman, but the Red Bulls, I think,
is Norris.
both need to stop again. Leclerc absolutely needs to stop again. I think Piastri does as well. And let's not forget, Leclerc has that
All right,
minor
let's
wing
concentrate.
damage.
Charge button on.
Yep.
Behind you we have Bottas. Gap to him 1.7. Race is long. We believe it will be soon.
We've got an issue for Lawson. Hamilton's got a couple of laps left. We've got a Tsunoda issue and a yellow flag
Aston
somewhere
looks
as well.
like they're carrying some kind of fault.
It's the...
And now we've had a crash.
oh, it's a crash. That's Lindblad, Bortoletto and Valtteri. And Valtteri and Lindblad have a little coming together there.
So there was a crash. And with debris around the track.
And behind we have Bottas. Gap to him 2.0. Continue, keep going.
Remember, long way to go in this race.
All right, so
Car behind
Colapinto has gone
Tsunoda.
through on Max. Let's put Max into harvest mode.
4 seconds behind.
Hamilton can't keep up with
Charge.
Perez, but we're going to box him in a moment. Let's do a little harvesting before Bortoletto arrives on the scene.
Understood.
There is Max. Put him back into top up now. Try and
Okay,
keep
charge
Tsunoda
on.
and Co at bay. We'll be stopping him for tyres soon as well.
Tsunoda right behind you. He's 0.5 behind. There's progress to be made.
Try to stay in front.
Nice little chop across the nose for Bortoletto there. Unfortunately, though, I don't think we're going to be able to do that into turn 1. It's too long of a run. All right, Hamilton into the pits at the end of this lap. Norris still hasn't stopped. We're up to lap 40. So, any moment now for Norris.
So box now, box.
In the boxes now.
Avoid letting anyone through if possible, please. Charge on. Tsunoda has DRS.
All right, here we go then. Stop for Hamilton. Chance to undercut. And hopefully get a really good stop. Because his first one was pants. 2.1 seconds. Better. Much better. That's our quickest stop for a while, actually.
And track will be clear.
So we're at the back of the grid, but the undercut is now on. Right, Max. How long until we stop Max? 2 more laps.
Yeah, it's definitely getting worse and worse.
Copy.
Ah, the gearbox is getting worse, damn it.
Chances are giving me a bit of rear locking.
I just hope that car survives. I've got no acceleration now. Ah, we're going to get swallowed up. Right, Lawson's in the pits. Colapinto has an issue as well.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks
Don't
like...
know why I clicked on that. We were never going to find out what it was. And we missed the stop from Lawson, so I'm assuming it was a good one. Oh, God, Max. All right, you're in this lap then.
No worries, mate.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
S04.
Well, you can see the lockup. What caused that, I wonder?
Okay, charge on.
How is Max underfueled? He shouldn't be. Oh, Norris finally hits the pits. He's gone mediums, as expected, to take him to the end.
Yeah, I'm in.
In comes Verstappen. And let's see what kind of pace Lewis has got now that his tyres are up to temperature. Oh, lovely, a 1.834. That's quicker than his first stop, which was a 1.9. So, both drivers into the 1.8s for the pit stops, and we have a problem for Sainz. Yes!
I cannot push. Something is strange.
Do you hear a ticking in the back of your car? If so, pull over now. And there we go. Hamilton is through ahead of Max.
Car behind it is Lawson. 9 seconds to the pack. There's 29 laps to go.
118. Most of the cars that are going to be stopping again are in the 120s and 22s. Some in the 19s. So Hamilton is quicker than most of the cars in front. Ocon's already made that second stop. There's Gasly coming in.
And push now, push.
Understood.
Hamilton might get him here. Should get him. Max won't. There is Hamilton. Oh, we've had a crash. Oh, he spins. He had a lockup and then a spin. Oh, Perez.
Now, this is
what are you like?
All good
Time
at
to
this
retire.
point. Very heavy on the brakes. Now, they did leave it very late.
I have to say, I do like the chaining of the spin with the recovery, because that is very thematic. You know, he's going to have a lot of crap on those tyres and then just overcooks it on the acceleration and whoop, round he goes. But I've never seen two incidents for the same driver happen back to back like that so quickly. I've seen them happen a couple of corners later, but never like that. This is just a season of firsts. Colapinto's into the pits. Don't know if we can catch him. Might be able to if we're lucky.
Charge on.
Don't push, please, don't push.
He's going hard tyres as well. Quite a lot of quick stops today. I have no idea where we actually are on the leaderboard. I think
Just,
Colapinto's
reminder
just
on
going to
the
stay
right.
ahead of us. Yeah, he's a little bit too far ahead, but we'll certainly close the gap. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. Third for Max. Wow, Hamilton's only 10th. I knew we'd seen a lot of quick times today, but yeah, that's alarming, which means he probably won't actually finish on the leaderboard. There are still a few more stops to come. Sainz is in for his second stop. Terrible stop, please. Yes, yes, yes. Well, not terrible, but slightly reduced. Every little helps. But Bortoletto is so far behind right now that it is just a race between Red Bull and Ferrari today. Perez is into the pits. He is definitely going to get caught and passed by Hamilton and hopefully by Max as well. But with that gearbox issue, I think Max's race is now pretty much done. If the gearbox threatens to go, we are going to call him in immediately because we can't kill this engine. It's the only one we have left. And if we do keep pushing the car to the point where it actually fails, then that will do some additional damage to the engine, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Max's fuel. That hasn't moved. He was fine until he had the lockup. I think he is actually about where Hamilton is on fuel. Oh, it has gone down, look. Maybe he's not. I need to dig into this.
Charge on, please.
It's almost like that lockup sloshed a bit of fuel out of the tank. Maybe not. I could have sworn that they were both on the same amount of fuel in the car. Maybe we did push Max just a little bit longer.
Yep.
So, our chances of getting anything out of this Grand Prix, and it will be a point if we're lucky, lies solely on Hamilton's shoulders now, because with that gearbox pending failure for Max, he might not even see the end of the Grand Prix. I hope he does, because, again, need the money, and Hamilton, god damn it, no!
Sorry, guys.
Race is long.
Ah, come on! It's just not fair.
Let's concentrate.
It's so not fair.
Look after the front tires.
I just need a safety car now. I'll come in, I'll put on some soft tyres.
You're doing a good job on tires.
Hush, Farah. This is our constructors at stake and our long-term objective
Next car
at
in front
stake.
is Gasly.
And now we can't push the tyres all the way to the end.
Tires as much as possible.
Because 8%-ish, 6-7% is a lot to lose. Especially with 23 laps to go. We just have to hope for a safety car now. I don't think Max is going to finish in the top 18, so we're not likely to get any money from him. And you can see, even with a lockup and a reduction in push on the tyres, Hamilton was still practically identical lap time wise to Verstappen there, and Max is on full tyre push. That gearbox is killing any chance of his pace. All right, Charles Leclerc is in. Is he going to change that wing? No, he's not. It is just minor damage. Norris sets a new fastest lap. That moves him up, and he's only a couple of seconds behind Sainz. So let's hope that Norris, Bortoletto and Leclerc and Russell and everybody else that's behind can catch and pass Carlos. Bearman's too far ahead, I think, for most. Norris maybe Leclerc. Apart from Sainz and Leclerc, all those guys are one-stopping. I think Mick is as well. Stroll's one-stopping. I think Albon might be one-stopping. Perez catches Max.
It's really impossible to race like this.
Do your best. Car behind is Lawson.
Bad lap for Valtteri. Chance to close that position back down again.
Car in front is Bottas. Gap to Bottas in front, 1.2. Continue, keep going.
So we're in the DRS.
Charge button on.
Nice. Save a little bit of battery here. .21 laps to go. Perez sets a new fastest lap of a 1:16.3 effectively.
Good job. Gasly in front.
Right, 4.5 seconds now to Gasly. The pace just isn't there.
Charge button on.
Probably increase to a semi-push. Max is already 3.5 seconds behind Perez.
Charge on.
Okay.
I'm very tempted to retire Max, but just in case something dramatic happens. We've had so many retirements in the last 2 Grand Prix, we might not get any more now for the rest of the year. We might have used up the entire allocation in those 2 weekends. But if we can get a couple more retirements today. Oh, Valtteri's in the pits. That'll be why he was so slow. It's Gasly that overtook Hamilton, not Bottas. So, yeah, that would explain that. Yeah, we get a couple more retirements ahead of where we are right now. That means we might just sneak the top 18. New front wing going on for Valtteri. There's going to be a little bit of drift, and he's about to get lapped by Oscar. There's Oscar. Whizzing on through. At least Ferrari aren't going to win this Grand Prix, it would seem. Let's hope that Valtteri takes out the Ferraris. Come on, do it for your former team. You got your 2000 Platinum on Final Fantasy 7. What happened to Final Fantasy 10? Did you give up on that one? So it's a Platinum I've got that you don't. Haha, there aren't many of those. Oh.
But the car's definitely not happy.
Big issue for
Surely
Valtteri.
some kind of fault.
I had a feeling that was going to be what it was that frustrated you. The balloon trial. Camera angles on that are so bad. The treasure chest one is frustrating as well. You've got to get all the chests. Right, Pato is struggling. So that'll get Lewis up to 17th. Albon's struggling a little bit. Antonelli's starting to struggle a little bit. Leclerc absolutely flying with those soft tyres at 1:16.0. Lindblad gets in front of Sonoda. Long before we get there. Perez has got past Hamilton now. Wow, so we can't even stay ahead of Perez.
Is Verstappen. Gap to him, 8.5. And charge button on, charge on.
Understood.
Yeah, it is really, really frustrating. It took me many attempts.
In front is Perez. Energies are good.
Yep.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Norris gets no real closer to Bearman, to Sainz, sorry. Bearman lost a couple of tenths to Sainz there. I can't keep up with Perez. Gasly gets past Pato.
Perez in front. Gap to Perez in front, 1.1.
Max is so slow. I want to retire him, but again, if there are two retirements and we can just stay ahead of these two, that is money. I think more likely Valtteri might end up catching us. We might just stay ahead of Lawson. I don't know, we're losing time every single lap. May as well burn the battery. It's not like he's going to be fighting anybody anytime soon.
Okay.
Charge on.
Understood.
Sonoda's car gets worse.
Gear issue.
We've got a very obvious example of how much a gearbox can kill someone's pace. As Albon's in the pits. I don't know if Max will actually get ahead of him. He should do, but he won't stay ahead for very long, I don't think.
Gap to him, 0.9. Race is long.
At this rate, he might not even get ahead. No, he should do. Lawson now 7.5 seconds behind. Yeah, Albon's only going to be a few seconds behind Max, and he'll be on him almost immediately. 15 laps to go for the leaders, 16 for us. hasn't been lapped yet. But Max is going to get lapped. There's no way around that. Yeah, there's the gap, look, just 4.5 seconds or so.
What about tyres?
There's Albon. He's going to be on us so fast. And Perez has just dropped us like a hot potato as soon as we stop pushing the battery. So, yeah, we're not going to get points today. It's just not going to happen for us. We are going to get one of our cars home in the top 18, but the other one likely won't make it, either through a failure or just lack of pace.
Yeah.
And we need full push.
Yep.
We've almost saved what we lost on the tyres, so we'll turn them back up again now. Ocon and Tsunoda are slower than everybody behind. That might work to Hamilton's advantage to gain a couple of extra places and definitely make sure he's going to be in the top 18, but it's not enough to get up towards Mick. All I can hope for is that somebody throws it up the inside of Tsunoda. Tsunoda gets angry, goes a bonsai, and takes everybody out. Or Tsunoda drives so defensively that somebody just loses their cool and outbrakes himself and hits Tsunoda and takes them both out that way. Another issue for someone, Lindblad.
And as far as we
Again,
can
don't know why I clicked on
they've got
that.
a fault with the car.
Up in P7. Both Nissans in the top 10 today. Good day for them. Still, annoyingly, a very good day for Ferrari. Second and third is 18 and 15, 33 points. And that's unopposed points as well. So our 73-point gap's going to come down to 40. That's not good. Because if Ferrari have this kind of pace in Brazil, we're kind of screwed. Clicking on Stroll, I feel like that meme, someone with a stick just prodding something. Come on, do something. There we go. Albon gets past Max. Oh, he pushes him off.
Okay,
right. He's in always defend. Actually, it's Hamilton in always defend still. No, he's not. We're going to make things as difficult as possible here for Albon in the vain hope that it will actually come to fruition. Piastri is getting very close to Lawson, who's not really closing in because he's got issues as well. Oh, Yuki's in the pits. Didn't see that one coming. Is this a retirement or just a pit stop? It's a pit stop. Medium tyres.
What's going on? I had no straight line speed.
Sorry, Max.
Remember,
You've got no
1 point to go in
gearbox.
this
Or
race.
just about no gearbox.
Lawson behind you.
You'll get in front of
9
Tsunoda,
seconds
so
to
you'll have a
the
chance to hold somebody else up. Oh, and you got back in front of Albon. Very nice. Max is in a P18. Right, stop the race.
Excellent
Stop
job.
the race. We are done. We're 17th and 18th. That's it. Checkered flag now. Somebody quickly scribble out that 6 and draw a 7 over the top of it. Someone slipped the guy with a checkered flag a tenner. Anything, just let me hold this position. You watch, we'll get to like the last couple of corners, having defended valiantly, and then his gearbox will explode. And you'll just see, you'll just see a cog bouncing out the back of Verstappen's car, crossing the line to take P19.
Just do your best.
At this point, I think, let's have a little bit of fun.
And box this lap, box.
In the box is that.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Okay.
See if we can get a slightly better pit stop as well, because Hamilton might have been bumped off.
Yeah.
He has been bumped off. Ah, nope, slower.
And watch a white line on exit. Next car in front, Tsunoda. Gap to him 2.2. Behind you we have Bottas. Ten laps to go.
So Valtteri and Lawson have been lapped. Max back into 18th place, but only for a very short period of time before Tsunoda jumps in. Hamilton with a brand new set of medium tyres that we're going to absolutely destroy.
Charge button on.
Sainz and Bearman are together. Ah, there goes Tsunoda. I was really kind of hoping that we'd have caught back up before that happened.
Car behind is now Hamilton. He's 4.5 seconds behind.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Okay.
Still hopeful for a retirement or two. Well, we're going to need two. Maybe Yuki might be one of them.
What about tyres?
Right front is slowly getting a bit hard.
So deployed.
Max out of the way. Let's go hunting. Max's tyres will just about make it. Oh, Russell's in. Wow, Russell's pace has really disappeared in this Grand Prix, and with Piastri winning, that's pretty much game over now for the championship. I was like, I might get the fastest lap here, and now here's Russell sticking on a brand new set of soft tyres just to stick two fingers up. Man, what has happened to Russell's pace?
You've got the fastest lap.
Hey, we got the fastest lap. We're not going to keep it, but we got the fastest lap. Hey, 1:15.7.
Charge button on.
Understood.
Mode push.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to stay ahead of Piastri as long as possible, because when we lift to let Piastri through, we're going to get swallowed up by Valtteri and, at the very least, possibly Lawson as well.
Next guy in front is Tsunoda. Alright, let's concentrate.
There's Pasto Ward.
And 6 laps to
Stroll
go.
refuses to do a Stroll thing. Maybe without Dad pulling the purse strings, he is finally been told to be on his best behaviour.
And you are doing a good job. Keep working like this. Next guy in front will be Russell. Here's DRS.
So how close are we to getting lapped? Pretty close. I don't think we can hang on. I think we are going to get lapped, and then we're almost certainly going to lose that place to Valtteri when that happens.
We're happy with time management.
Yeah.
Ooh, Russell did not get the fastest lap, but he might get it on the next one.
Understood.
And 5 laps to go.
Yep.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Piastri still over 9 seconds clear at the front with just 4 laps remaining. Norris has not been effective, nor has Leclerc. So it is going to be a 2-3 for Ferrari. By the look of it, unfortunately.
And reminder, some lift and coast.
There you see just how close Valtteri is to the back of Piastri. The other thing as well is if we do go a lap down and then something happens to a couple of cars in front of us on the last lap, it won't help Max because we'll be classified a lap down. So we'll already have finished. There we go. We're lifting to let him through. We are able to shut the door on Valtteri, but can we actually defend the position? There's another question entirely. At least we can push the fuel a bit now because we're a lap down. But now we need something to happen very, very soon.
Yep.
To be of any benefit to Max it. There's Lawson. Antonelli gets past Bortoletto. Puts him up into P6. 3 laps to go for him. We still have the fastest lap.
3 laps to go.
And Russell is ahead of Albon. But did he get him on this lap? Let's see if that DRS opens. No, he didn't. He got him before the detection point, so Albon's got the DRS. So no fastest lap this lap, then, it would seem. He came very close, like a 1:17.548. What did we do?
Lawson behind you.
7:24.
3 seconds behind now.
Sainz. Come on, retire.
There. Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Keep teasing me. Just dangling this little moment of hope. Well, Valtteri's through. That didn't take long.
Charge on.
Yeah.
Mode push.
Okay.
1 lap to go for Max after this one. It's too late now.
And 2 laps to go.
So we're going to actually retire him to save a lap on the car.
So boxing this lap. Just take it steadily. Sorry, mate.
Diving in for a change of underwear. Yeah, I think we're going to keep the fastest lap by the skin of our teeth. We have 1 more lap to go after this one. I don't think we're going to get another position. But we'll give it a damn good go.
And more energy available.
So we'll have another gearbox for Max in the next race, and that will also be starting at 35%.
And last lap.
That's not encouraging at all, because we've got to do a sprint and a race. with that 35% gearbox. And this one was a 35% gearbox. It barely managed to survive the Grand Prix.
Has done it. He's got the win.
Oscar
and
wins.
First place goes to Piastri.
And that is pretty much going to guarantee the championship for him now. Back-to-back titles almost confirmed.
And it's thoroughly deserved. A hugely talented driver and undoubtedly a worthy winner.
Evening PR. How many rounds are left? Just one. That's tomorrow. And that's the end of the season. And then we start season 5 on Monday. Russell gets himself back up to 15th. It is a double podium for Ferrari, much to my chagrin.
Gap to him 2.0. Continue like this.
And only one of our cars got some points in the pit stops, but at least we've got some points. Russell takes the fastest lap from us on the dying lap, you utter...
Checkered flag.
tool. Just wouldn't let me have it, would you? Smug git. Alright, there we go. A pretty disastrous Grand Prix. Mexico doing to us what Mexico usually does.
The driver's champion for this year.
Oh, there we go. He is actually
They'll be
confirmed as
soaking
champion.
this moment up. It's their very first F1 title win.
It's not his very first one. He's got number
Such
one
a
on the
strong
car.
Performance from Piastri. There's no denying that he's earned that place on the podium today.
That's their 9th win of the season. I expect them to be showered with plaudits and more.
Yeah, maybe actually because George didn't even finish in the points.
A
That's
carnival
what's done it.
atmosphere, as always, for the Mexico City Grand Prix.
So, we have a confirmed drivers' champion. Red Bull are almost guaranteed the constructors as well.
Taking a look back on the season, Kareem. Just
Unless
how will the
something
team
really
be
bad
feeling?
happens to Red Bull in the final Grand Prix.
They must be delighted. Collectively, they've done really well, and you've got to imagine the board are going to be very proud of the team's achievements.
Does that mean we're guaranteed?
And that's it from
No,
us all
we can't- we're not
here in
guaranteed
Mexico
P5.
City.
Coming up in the next round,
Maybe
is
the game
Sao
thinks
Paulo
we are
Grand Prix
because
as
it's
we
not
head to
counting the double
Brazil.
points or
Join us
factoring the
next
double
time
points.
at Interlagos.
Confirmation then of the final result. Oscar, with his 9th win of the season, has been announced as the champion, but needs to do a little bit of detective work just to make sure that's actually going to happen. Because I think the game might be a little preemptive there. Bearman takes 2nd. It's 3rd place for Sainz, a double podium for Ferrari. Norris 4th, 5th place for Leclerc, 6th place for Mercedes. So Ferrari, big points. I think Red Bull have done enough to put themselves safe over Mercedes. I think. Just the 1 points finish for McLaren, 7th place for Bortoletto. Lindblad in 8th, with Schumacher in 10th, means it's 5 points today for Nissan. And Ocon gets himself up 10 places to finish with 2 points. Let's take a look at the driver's standings, shall we? So the gap over George. What is that gap? My brain isn't working. That's 76 points. Am I right? 76 points? In which case, yes, he is the champion, because even assuming that there's double points in the sprint, there's only 66 points available. So, yeah, Oscar is the Drivers' World Champion. Congratulations, Oscar. And yeah, with 9 wins, 2 sprint wins, 11 podiums, absolutely deserves it. He's been mighty this year. I would say he's been stronger this year than he was last year. So, good job, Oscar. George in 2nd, 236 points. Not guaranteed to finish in 2nd. They see Antonelli's just 15 points behind on 221. Charles Leclerc on 205. Anybody who's within 50 points of George basically could jump him if George has another point this weekend. So, yeah, George could end up finishing way down. He could end up finishing in 6th. That would be, in 5th. That would be interesting to go from 2nd to 5th in one Grand Prix with a healthy lead. Let's see. We have Ocon just ahead of Tsunoda. Again, these two are glued together. They're joined at the hip. 122 points apiece for the two Aston drivers. Hamilton has 117. Bearman up to 108 points now with his second place today. So that's his second podium on top of a race win. There's Max with 87 points. Nothing this weekend because his car fell apart on him. Colapinto has 75 points. Sainz up 3 places to 55 points to match his driver number. Moves ahead of Gasly, who also has 55 points. Then it's 54 points for Valtteri, 50 for Albon, 45 points for Bortoletto, 41 for Lindblad, 39 for Schumacher. Lawson has 37, Perez 28, 27 but Stroll, 14 for Owen Ward. Hadjar propping up the table with 1 point. In the constructors, there are potentially 100 and what did we say it was? 43, 86 plus 30. So there's 116 points available. The gap is 104. We did not get any confirmation that Red Bull were Constructors Champions, which means the sprint must be double points as well. So it's still mathematically possible for Mercedes, but it's highly unlikely at this point now. Red Bull are all but confirmed. They just need to score like 9 points to be absolutely certain. But they have 11 wins to Mercedes 1. So even if they finish on level points, Red Bull are winning the title. Then it's McLaren with 281. Aston on 244 now. We stay on 205. And 33 points for Ferrari chops our gap down to just 42 points. 42 points with 116 available, as we just said. So a lot of points up for grabs tomorrow. TGR have 109 points, Maserati on 89, then it's 87 for Williams, 80 now for Nissan, thanks to their 5 points today, so very close in the fight for 8th place, and with those double points, even TGR could get drawn into that fight. Audi on 55 points. Oh, wouldn't it be hilarious if Audi ended up jumping like above TGR tomorrow and jumping all the way up to 7th? That'd be insane. Right, pit stops. Tsunoda got the fastest stop ahead of Williams. Red Bull outscored us, but only by a couple of points. So they do stretch their lead, but not massively. Can we still maybe get them in the final Grand Prix? We'll check in a minute. Mercedes get some good points there, 5th and 7th. Audi taking 6th, TGR taking 8th and 9th, and Williams getting more points again in 10th. It's going to be very tight in the championship here. Aston have jumped us by 10 points. And we are no longer able to challenge Red Bull. They are 51 points clear. There's only 43 points available. So we cannot win the pit stop challenge this year. We might still get second. We've got to make sure we outscore Aston. But yeah, maybe we'll get him. Maybe we won't. Maybe Mercedes will get us. Those are the most points we've had in quite some time in this challenge, unfortunately. Ferrari on 197, Nissan on 190, very close between those guys. McLaren on 140. They're just 4 points clear of Williams, who had a really good day today. So 7th place, definitely up for grabs. TGR on 116, 97 points for Audi and Maserati. Will they hit double digits before the end of the season? They got one last chance to do it. There you see our stops. A really good stop there, 1.83. 1.89, just not quick enough. The slowest stop today was 1.885. So we missed out by 5,000ths of a second of getting Hamilton up there for an extra point. And then all the other stops just not quick enough. So, bit of a shame. And of course, Max retiring means no money. Even if we hadn't retired him, it would have been no money. We get some money from Hamilton, so it's not a complete write-off this weekend, but it's not great. Let's head back to HQ and start prepping for the finale tomorrow. After his final outing in practice this season, Ugo gets himself up to an 80 overall. That's good news. Let's take a look at the inbox, shall we? So, post-race data. The underfloor failed as well. That's not great. Gearbox down to 32.5%, so it only lost 2.5% across the race distance, but I mean, that fault just completely destroyed Max's pace. Engine still just above 50%, which is good. Let's take a look at the final round of the F3 Championship, now that that has been dealt with. So, feature results. F2 podium went to Kasper Stucker ahead of Jack Crawford. Jack getting some points there. Why is he out of uniform? Why is he wearing an F2 uniform and not a Cadillac uniform? Elena Mazur finished above Christina Albanese, who we saw destroy a car, and Dino cracking a very bad joke about it the other day. Kean Shields takes third. So these are the full championship standings. We'll start with the F3 standings. Nicholas Solov takes the crown on 251 points, comfortably ahead of Kean Shields. Brando Bedoya in third. Then there's Maxwell Esterson, Tuka Taponen. We don't have a driver in F3, I don't think. No, we don't. F2, because Ugo's not racing in any competition this year for some reason. I don't know why not. Pietro De Angelis is the champion by 60 points from Lawrence Van Herpen. That is a 1-2 for McLaren's academy there. Wilhelm Nagel is in third place, 234 points, just 11 points behind Lawrence. Then it's another McLaren driver, Joshua Dufek, in fourth place ahead of Sanhueza. Crawford finished sixth. That's not too bad. There's the Nissan drivers, Goethe and Barnard. And Wadsworth Warren finishing bottom of the standings. Dino's favourite, just can't cut it. Right. We have just enough money to do one project. But have we got time? We're going to put yet more into the suspension to try and cover off as much on the tyre wear as we possibly can. It's going to be very little at all. There we go. Not even 1%. Ah, dear. Yes, just. I can just about get it there. Woo. Okay, there we go. 5 engineers on. And that's it now. I didn't know, or I didn't think we'd be able to get any more research done, but we had just enough money for one more part. There's no time now, even if we had the money, there's no time for another part now. So that's it for research. When those projects are done, that is the best we can do for next season. Let's see, can we swap out the underfloor? We can roll back. That's all we can do. Let's change that gearbox to that one. I think I might run this one in the sprint and then switch to that one for the Grand Prix. Let's put this one in for practice. There we go. And go with that for practice. And that for practice. As for Hamilton, it's only one session. I'd rather have the 4% than the one with major fault on it. Can't change that. Can change this. There we go. So powertrains are set for tomorrow. Let's see just how angry the board are. In just a second, we'll check our facilities. Oh god, factory's about to break. Wind tunnel's about to break. That's just been refurbed. That needs a refurb. That needs a refurb. That's clear. That needs a big refurb. Boardroom is good. That's running out. That needs a an upgrade. Everything else will get through to the end of the season. Right, the board. They still have high confidence. They're disappointed with Mexico. Can we get a points finish tomorrow? Just 1 point. I mean, more would be much more preferable, because then we might actually be able to keep 5th. But if we can keep 5th tomorrow and complete our long-term objective, I will consider that a fantastic season, considering where we started this year and some of the utter bullshit that we've had to put up with throughout this year as well. I'm looking at you in particular, Las Vegas, and to a lesser degree Canada, where we were robbed of huge points. So little money. So little money. All right, advancing time. There we go. What's the weather like? It's a wet weekend. It's going to be light rain on Friday for practice and then sprint quali. It's going to be heavy rain for the sprint and then potentially main quali as well, and then medium intensity rain for the race. We could maybe have some fun in qualifying with that weather, depending on which way it goes and at what time in the session it goes. Or we could get eliminated with just one bad lap. It'll be an interesting one. Points in the sprint will help us in the standings, but will not count towards that long-term objective. That has to be points in the race itself to count. And obviously points there would be huge for us as well, being a double point weekend. Ferrari just 42 points behind us, and ominously very quick at the moment as well. So yeah, I don't know if we can hang on for 6th place. It's very, very tight. Sorry, for 5th place. Well, we'll get eliminated down to 6th and lose our season objective. That would certainly hurt us with the board a little bit if we fail that objective. But if we can get a point in the Grand Prix and complete the long-term objective, that should balance that out. Maybe we'll stay in high confidence and get that extra 1.5 mil at the end of the season as opposed to 750. As much money as we can get going into next season would be amazing, just so that we can actually do something as soon as the season starts. We have a lot of refurbing that needs to get done, and that's going to be expensive as well. Have we done enough to get a leg up on the rest of the grid research-wise for next season? All of these questions will be answered either tomorrow or on Monday, depending on whether or not I want to hold back looking at starting the season tomorrow night. We might hold back. But some of those questions at least will get answered tomorrow, and then we might have to wait till Monday for the last couple. Right, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. As disappointing as it was, at least, at least we got something out of it, Not much, but 1.3 mil, it's something. We managed to get another research project out of it. And we're now set and prepped for the season finale tomorrow. Brazil, sprint weekend, double points. Everything still to play for us. Constructors' Championship still technically on the line as well. Drivers' Championship is now settled. Oscar will have a chance of a victory lap at Brazil. And we'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. for that tomorrow. If you have enjoyed tonight's race, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you haven't yet subscribed, why not consider hitting that subscribe button as well? Be sure to hit the bell for notifications on the live streams. And I will be back with more F1 Manager very soon.